Hi guys, Robbie46 here. Now Milestone released a Managerial Career trailer for MotoGP 17, so we're going to break that trailer down today and look at it in a bit more detail. Link to the original trailer is in the description. So first of all, this is the place where you sort out your riders and your bikes. So what I've seen a lot of people asking is, are all the riders that you choose going to be AI controlled? That is not the case. So altogether your team consists of 6 riders. 5 of them are AI controlled and one of them is your own rider, which you create obviously yourself. So you'll have 2 riders in each category, 2 in Moto3, 2 in Moto2 and 2 in MotoGP. Obviously depending on what category you're in, will depend where you put your other AI teammates. So obviously here they've got the player in MotoGP, so he'll have a teammate in that, and then you'll have 2 AIs in the other 2 categories. Now we're going on to bikes themselves. They only show the Honda and the Yamaha. So the attributes for the bikes at base level, I believe, well, between the Honda and the Yamaha are exactly the same. Obviously you get to develop that throughout the season, but we'll go into that in a minute when we get to it. So obviously bikes cost quite a lot, especially the MotoGP bikes, so you have to save up your credits for that. Sponsors is pretty self-explanatory. That's where you get your sponsors, and obviously credits for doing well in races. So on to riders now. This is where you get to pick your riders for your team. So AI controlled riders, they all have different attributes and different little statistics and little things that your scout picks up. Like this rider, current value, we can't expect him to achieve great results right now, but we need to hire so we can invest in him. Potential value, this rider has a great future. He's ready to make the leap in terms of quality and greatly improve compared to now. And then you got his attributes below his name. So you got braking, throttle management, cornering, body position, MotoGP affinity, Moto2 affinity, and Moto3 affinity. So we've gone to different rider now. We'll have a look at this guy. So again, you got his attributes below his name. And then scout report is slightly different for this guy. Given the right support, he could be capable of bringing us good Moto3 results right now. I don't think he's ready for Moto2 yet. So that's interesting. It kind of tells you where abouts these riders should be. So like I said, your scout says he's better off in Moto3, not ready for Moto2 yet. So that's something to bear in mind when you're choosing your riders. Doesn't have anything under potential value. But distinctive style, hot head. This rider is used to pushing his limits. Sometimes he misjudges the risks and end up falling, but other times he can surprise with excellent results on the track. So that's something else to bear in mind. So some of them have distinctive little styles that you need to be aware of, or if you like, perks. So this guy is potentially going to fall in a lot of races, but also bring some decent results as well. And then we'll take a look at the rider which is a bit further up. It's scout report. Current value, we can't expect him to achieve great results right now, but we need to hire so we can invest in him. That's like the first rider we looked at. Potential value, he's got a brilliant future ahead of him. It's definitely worth investing in him. Hard not to see his talent. And then you got growth there as well. This guy is going too fast. I was struck by the speed with which he learns from his mistakes and is able to grow. So there's a lot to kind of consider when actually picking your riders. It's not just a case of who's got the best attributes and then the guy that they choose. This guy, scout report, a decent Moto3 rider, but he's still got a long way to go to do well in Moto2. Potential value, the boy can still improve a lot. I think we've seen about 90% of his talent on track. And then you've got distinctive style down the bottom. MotoGP fanatic. His greatest dream is racing in MotoGP, and he's prepared to do anything to reach his goal. So like I said, interesting things you actually have to be aware of when choosing your riders, which hopefully should keep the game very fresh when you're doing managerial careers. Obviously keep you on your toes as well whilst looking to see how your teams do. And then we got staff management, consisting of 3 categories. You've got pit, office and support management, which obviously you need to have a look at. So we'll look at the pit crew first. This is separated into subcategories of mechanical engineers, track engineers, motor engineers, telemetry analysis, and sports management. And onto the next category, office, which is separated again into subcategories of marketing department, community management, PR office, technical coordination, and logistics management. And then we will have a look at the final category of support, which is suspensions engineer, ECU engineers, hospitality chefs and nutritionists, and then you got athletic preparation team. So obviously to do with your own rider attributes and your AI riders and that with your stamina and all that kind of stuff. And then you got the bike development and R&D. So it looks like you can have 3 workshops, whether it's a case of you pick one thing to develop at a time and you got a time period of which that takes place and you can't do any other development whilst that is happening. So it is worth investing in all 3. I'm not entirely sure just yet if that's the case, but if it is, then obviously you want to have all 3 workshops so that you can have a look at the different upgrades for your bike, which are obviously engine, chassis, suspension, and brakes, just like previous games. Like I said, whether it's a case of you can only do one at a time, which is probably the case. And then you've got activity days. So the first one, High Society. This is your riders take part in a high-class social event, and they will receive an immediate reputation boost. This is basically what the riders in real life do. They generally do some kind of cultural stuff, depending on what country they're in, what track they're in, and whatever part of the world they're in. They'll do some social activities. The next one is pretty self-explanatory, which is photo shoot. Riders in the team will take part in a photo shoot to create publicity images for the sponsors, and you'll receive an immediate credit reward for choosing that one. And then the final activity you can do is gym muscle building. So training program, additional limb muscle building exercises, receive an immediate experience bonus for all your riders' throttle control ability. So that is something that obviously pretty self-explanatory. Gives you, by the looks of it, 100 XP towards your throttle control ability for all your riders. So again, going deeper and deeper, there's a lot of stuff there that you need to be aware of when doing managerial career in MotoGP 17. There's a lot of stuff going on. I'm very excited to get my hands on this because I won't be doing standard career mode to begin with. I will jump straight into managerial career and check that out. And I hope you guys will come along for the ride as well, because there is so much going on that you need to be aware of with your AI riders as well. And it's looking good. Anyway, guys, that's it from me. Thank you so much for watching. Don't forget to leave this video a like if you enjoyed it. Subscribe to my channel for more content. I shall see you guys in the next video. See you.
MotoGP 17. The future is in your wrist.